Our Earthquake Building Project by Mack-Anna. Before we started building, Anna and I decided we needed a design, so we made blueprints of what we wanted our building to look like. At this time in the building process, we worked on building the walls of our structure. After we built the walls of our structure, we worked on building the first and second story of our building. After we finished our building structure, we started testing our building with sandbags to find areas that needed support. At this point in our building process, we just finished adding tape to our building to support the building in areas we found that needed support. Our tower. The base is 18 centimeters. From the base to the first story is 18 centimeters as well. The first story, horizontal, is 15 centimeters. From the first story to the second story, our building is 19 centimeters because of the tape. The second story across is 13 centimeters. To test our building, we added 2 sandbags to each floor. This shows us that our building can hold as much weight as the amount of sandbags placed on the building during an earthquake. To strengthen our building, we used cross braces to make our building stiffer so our building could withstand powerful earthquakes. The strongest parts of our building are the braces on the first story and the base of the building. The braces of our first story are very strong because we use so much tape to keep the braces stiff and straight. The base of our building is another strong part because it is the widest part of the building and can withstand a great amount of force. The weakest part of our tower is where the straws intersect. This is the weakest part of our tower because all the straws connect and they have nothing to connect to besides tape. We used string to tie down the sandbags, so during the earthquake, the sandbags wouldn't fly off our building. We used tape to secure all of our many straws to where they connected. We also used the tape to make sure that the cross braces were strong at the intersections. If we had 5 extra straws, we would add them to strengthen our first floor and second floor because we only used 2 straws and we think that the sandbags will fall through the floors.
3, 2, 1, start.
Oh my god.
Oh, then you make the wall.
You have a thing around that.
Yeah!
You should have put it on the top. While we were testing our tower, we put an electronic sensor to graph the movement. This chart shows the movement of our tower. The green represents P waves, a forward and back motion. The yellow represents S waves, a side-to-side motion, and the blue represents the up and down movement of our tower. This is MA News. We're reporting live at Chadwick School. Anna and I have recently completed a project working on making the strongest building possible made out of straw and tape. Our building held 9 sandbags, and the building failed on one of the cross braces as it was being shaken by the earthquake. One of the cross braces, the tape gave way and the whole building collapsed. If I were going to build this building over again, one thing I would change is I'd add more tape because I think that there wasn't enough tape and that made the building collapse. I learned that to make a strong building capable of withstanding earthquakes, it's best to use steel and harder materials so that when the earthquake comes, the building doesn't sway, it stays stiff and doesn't collapse. I really like the construction part of this project because Anna and I got to use our imagination to create the best building possible. MA News out. Peace!
This is M&A News, reporting live at Chadwick School. We are learning about the 6th graders and how they used straw to build the strongest building they possibly could. Me and Max building held 9 sandbags, and when it failed at one of the cross braces. It kept on bending until eventually it gave out and the whole building collapsed. If I was going to build it over, I would try to make the structure a little more straight because ours was a little twisted. Also, I would try to secure the cross braces more at the intersections. I learned about how steel can make the buildings more earthquake-proof and that medium-sized buildings are more effective than tall and short buildings. I liked the building process because Mac and I had a lot of fun building our structure. M&A News out. Peace!